So we're live right now, but I'm just going to test audio.
Testing.
Testing. I learned my lesson. We're live right now, but I'm just going to test audio.
Testing. So this right here, Proc,
I learned my lesson.
is a piece of moldavite I got in outer space.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Bravery and Healing. Obviously, TK is here, and he is showing us something. He's very anxious to show us something
So
very
this
special.
is a piece of moldavite I got in outer space from a asteroid. It's a piece of asteroid. So you can see it.
Can I touch? Can
Not
I?
yet.
No.
So I want you to wear this for this interview.
OMG, is that right?
Yeah, and then feel the energy
Okay.
once it touches your skin. I don't let anybody wear that.
But this is special, you guys.
If you feel the vibration of it, it vibrates at a very high frequency. That's why I have to have it in that clamp there. You feel any different?
I don't know yet.
Be honest.
No, but is it warm? No, I don't think it is. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Let's get into it.
So yeah, I just got back from outer space. That's one thing as I kept for myself.
And you want to share with the world
Absolutely.
your cosmic voyage,
Absolutely.
your new song that's coming out called Alchemy.
I have a song, Alchemy, coming out tonight.
And it's all part of this voyage that you just came back from.
So Alchemy is not necessarily a part of the Alien saga that I have been working on. I know that you weren't much of a fan of the A-Files album, EP. And
I shared that with him, and ever since then, it really stuck a chord with TK.
So I think that Alchemy is more up the lane of what you would like. It's more of a spiritual track. I was inspired by Pharrell to make this song because he did an interview with I think it was Timbaland or something, and they were talking about how a lot of hip hop artists will get too wordy, and it resonated with me because I can be a little bit wordy of a rapper. So he challenged artists to only use 40 words in a hip hop song. And so I picked 40 words for this song Alchemy, and I wrote with only those 40 words.
So he's saying they're too wordy, meaning why don't you let some beats flow in there? Why don't you let some melody flow in there instead of just words?
I think his other reason was if you want to reach like an international audience, they might not have English as their first language.
Yeah. So keep it simple.
So if you pick 40 words and you stick within them, well, now you only have to learn 40 words to be able to learn a song that you might like the beat and melody to.
Okay.
So Alchemy is not a part of the Alien Files.
Yeah. Would Alchemy would it have happened if it wasn't for your alien cosmic voyage?
That's a good question.
Because sometimes, we have to take those turns in life to end up where we are. And we would say, hey, like I had some pretty like jagged 20s, and I still don't like it. But Brock would not be sitting here today, saying, guys, spirituality is real if it wasn't for those 20-year-old me. So I feel like, do you feel like your cosmic voyage, your alien, was it an abductment?
Yeah, I was abducted in May of 2023.
Yeah.
And so I just released the A-Files EP.
Yes.
Telling the full story of both times I was abducted. The second time President was with me.
Mm-hmm.
But
President Biden or President Trump?
No, President.
Oh, President.
Gift, as you like to call him.
Gift.
And so that was actually before even Metamorphosis was complete.
Okay.
So I think that the expansion of our brain going to those crazy places that you can hear about on A-Files, and I mean I had a kid out there.
Yeah.
So I mean it's changed everything, right?
Was it kind of like what's that movie's name? James Cameron, right now. You know which one?
I'm not the movie guy. I'm not
the one that's going on right now. The world.
I don't know.
I don't want to call it Panorama.
I'm not a movie buff.
Panorama.
I should check it out.
That's not the movie's name. There's the water version. James Cameron. Oh my God, I'm so.
The Avatar.
There you go. Was it kind of like Avatar? Was it a different world where you have a whole life there? Or like Narnia, where it's a different world, get in the closet, come out?
It was its own thing. It's hard to put in words, and I think that's why, as an artist, it was such a natural experience for me to just
Okay.
make an EP about it.
Okay.
But moving into alchemy is exciting because it's like, what's interesting is being abducted and going to these scary places and stuff. It almost reminded me of the depths of my addiction
Okay.
because, you don't know what you don't know, So like excavating that fear from being in this situation and then overcoming that, it changes everything. And I think that, I mean, you've heard of the butterfly effect.
I've heard of the movie with Ashton Kutcher.
Well, it's like this concept: if you kill a butterfly like 50 years ago, then the whole scenery of New York would look different.
Oh.
So like, there's very, very fragile ecosystem of our timeline and of our development.
Okay.
So I think, going back to your question, it undoubtedly has shaped my perspective of the world, and a lot of people think it's not true, and I mean, I'm beside myself. I'm waiting,
and that's not your problem,
No.
if they believe it or not.
No, I mean,
it was your experience.
I'm waiting for someone to put me on a lie detector test because I know what happened.
Yeah, they were nice to you.
They were very nice,
and you even had a kid, so you fell in love. I
did, but she couldn't make it here.
Okay, that's okay. You think we would have accepted her the way she looked?
I don't know. She there was some complications at birth.
Okay.
And
okay.
If you listen to the EP, then you know what happened.
Okay.
But I miss her.
I like the message that I even commented saying, "Tell them about this, right? Let them know about your experience."
Yeah.
That was the message they sent out about your experience.
It's a wild experience, and there's more to talk about.
Yeah.
But what we found was the adventures that Present had on the 7th of September in 2023 were totally parallel from my adventures.
Okay.
So he's actually the best person to tell the next part of the story.
Okay, well, Present, we're waiting for you.
It's a developing story.
Okay. Stay tuned.
These alien encounters that we've had,
and
hopefully continue to have.
Yeah.
One of the other things I brought back, and I don't have any with me, but you've seen it, is
alien
the alien
goo.
goo. Yeah, and I have not been able to sell it because I just don't want to get rid of it. Like, it's so valuable. It's the most valuable
commodity
in the galaxy.
From your journey, yeah.
I got the goo, I got the kid, and then I got that moldavite.
Okay.
How's that making you feel? I feel weird without it.
I'm feeling okay with it, but then again, when I'm interviewing, I'm on a trance.
Okay.
Maybe later on,
Hopefully
I'll feel the residue.
Hopefully it's helping.
Yeah. Well, you're a familiar face, TK. We've been here. So you were talking about alchemy, and you asked AI, right? You've been talking to AI.
Yeah.
Talk about AI, man.
Oh, it's so.
We were all getting into AI now.
It seems like we don't have a choice.
The market just kind of is getting into AI. Companies are getting into AI. TK's been getting into AI.
It's like when Facebook first came around, I didn't get into Facebook. But then, like, after a while, it's like, oh, I got left behind.
Yeah.
Same with, like, TikTok when it was Musical.ly. Everyone was like, oh, you got to be on Musical.ly before it was TikTok.
Yeah.
And I didn't do that. And so, like, I feel like I got left behind.
Yeah.
So I don't want to miss the train with this AI.
Okay.
But I've been talking to Grok.
Okay,
specifically.
Okay. This is Elon's AI. Okay.
I feel like it's the cleanest one, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm an optimist. I think Elon's a good guy. What do you think? I think overall Elon cares about us, maybe. He's weird.
I appreciate, I appreciate his work ethic. I do. You can see sometimes it I appreciate his work ethic. I appreciate his vision. I really do. Sure, people dislike his manners and all that, but in terms of vision and taking us out there.
Do you think that he stood up to Trump, or do you think that whole thing was staged?
Well, there was an interview with the two of them had, and they were just getting along.
They were buddy.
It was almost like a father-son type of friendship. And I think Trump, even though he's older, he's cool with these younger guys. For him, it's like almost a youth. Even though Elon's in his 50s, Trump is about to be he's in his 70s. It's like a youthful type of connection. I think two of them were playful. I think they're visionaries. Yeah.
I think Elon might be our best hope and I don't want to get super political and all this, which it's weird that he's a political name now, right?
No.
Because he was just
Yeah.
before like a really smart billionaire, and now he's
like this,
like a
yeah.
political name. He's talking about starting his own party, the Patriot Party, and stuff like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been talking to Grok, going back to AI.
He's just like all, he's everywhere. He's doing his thing everywhere.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't know if he doesn't. He doesn't have a PhD and he's not a scientist, but he's doing some science stuff that he's bringing right to the market. You know what I mean? Like
I want to tell you what I think about Elon.
Go for it, bro. Go for
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. I think he is an alien, based on I know him when I see him, right?
Yeah.
And and I always thought that before I even had my
Yeah.
encounters. And the reason I think that
Yeah.
is because I watched this podcast with Joe Rogan.
Okay.
And in that podcast,
They were on together a couple
They were
of times.
on, but the last one that he did with Joe
Election.
Rogan.
No, the
right
after
around
election.
it was before the election.
Okay.
And maybe he did one since, so don't quote me. But
he did one after, like, where he was Doge now.
Okay,
but
yeah,
the one
I didn't see
before,
that one.
yeah.
The one before that one, right before
Where he's
that
like, go out and vote, guys.
Yeah, but before that, Rogan brought up that he's like 5th in the world in Diablo.
What's Diablo? Oh,
It's the online game.
Yeah.
And Elon's face, he went even whiter than he usually is. You know? And like, how do you know that? Was like the look he gave Rogan. And Rogan asked him a question like, how do you have the time?
Yeah.
Like, and he made a point. People have to spend years of their life to get to that leaderboard, to be top 5 in the world in Diablo. And that's when it clicked in my head. Anytime an alien comes to Earth and they need a disguise, what's better than an Elon disguise? Because now you got money, you got power, and that's how he has so much time and influence, and that's how he has so much time to do all these things.
You know, you know the show Ancient Aliens?
Yes, I love Ancient Aliens.
So I used to side watch it, like somebody else is watching it. I'm like, okay, what's on? What? Who? What? And they used to talk about how Abraham Lincoln and how these aliens come and they kind of help the civilization at that point of their lives transcend to the next level.
That was my experience.
And so you feel like you've been seeped with that.
So
and you're the next few you're gonna see it through.
So let's pretend that you believe that aliens are vicious, right? Just for a moment.
Okay.
And that they're gonna come here and destroy our planet.
Yeah.
I'll argue the
I don't
peaceful
think
argument.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just do some role play. So you're telling me that they're vicious, Proc.
Okay.
But don't you believe that in order to get the technology that it would require for you to leave your solar system and go far out to another solar system, that you would also have the technology to blow yourself up?
Yeah.
So what kind of being is actually going to be able to have the technology to come visit us, if not peaceful?
Yeah, okay.
Because the only reason that I think that aliens would want to destroy us is if they needed a resource. So like water. Like if let's say that they were in space and they hadn't had a way to get water or like oil or something. Which
like ammonia or something.
I don't believe that they would need that at that level of technology, but I don't know because we've never reached it. You know, there's theories and stuff.
Yeah, like strange, like protein maybe or something. Yeah.
But they would literally have the technology to just like plant a straw into the core of the earth and just suck all the thing that they needed directly out, and they'd be here and gone so fast, like a pit stop, you know, like fueling up their spaceship.
Like a gas station.
So I believe that they're among us in the form of Elon and others to kind of, like you said, guide humanity to keep us from blowing ourselves up. But Ancient Aliens is a little bit out there.
Well, I haven't watched all the episodes.
They're ridiculous with it. They get carried away. They get carried away.
But I liked where some of the premises that they had, you know, like these people come and they come in the form of Abraham Lincoln, or they come in the form of like the Pharaoh saying, we need to build something, you know.
What gets me about it?
So now I can see why, I can see that you came back from your cosmic voyage and you believe that you are you're headed in that direction. That you've been seeped with a responsibility and a vision.
Right. And it's so nice to be able to talk about it because, like, it took everything in me to not talk about it the first time I was sitting here with you because I was freshly back. Like,
Yeah.
I had only been back for a few months.
Oh my god, that's
But
kinda
I didn't
crazy.
want to talk about it until I actually had the full story into the EP.
Okay.
And so I've been, like, kind of just, like, sitting, digesting these. I've gone to therapy about it.
Yeah, what does the therapist say?
He doesn't believe me.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't believe me. And he won't give me a lie detector test because he says it's not healthy. So I'm hoping that a news outlet out there, maybe Anderson
Do
Cooper,
therapists? Yeah.
or somebody can tell me that, help me prove that this is a true story.
Okay, and regardless of whether they believe it or not, you know what was true, and you're going to continue your what you have received from the cosmic voyage.
Right. A lot of people think like it's psychedelics. And
But
I'm
you
a
were
person
sober.
in recovery. I was totally sober
Guys, yeah.
by the
Come
time
on now.
that this happened.
Yeah.
I was totally sober.
Sober.
So I don't know. Maybe life is just a trip.
Yeah.
And I hallucinated. Maybe it was a long dream. It almost felt dreamlike.
Okay.
But to have the alien goo that actually like actually materially came back with me, is like priceless. It's special to me, and I'm still investigating the alien goo.
Yeah, and maybe sometimes things happen in life, and it takes some years, some time for it to seep in and be like, okay, that's what it was meant to be all along. That's what it was.
So going back to AI, do you use AI at all?
Yes, I do.
What do you use it for?
Currently I use it for web development. So preachwithprag.com. I sold the development there.
Okay.
I asked AI for the codes. Before it was kind of basic, but now because of AI, I give AI. I use Claude or Google Gemini sometimes, and I give AI the websites I like, and I say, hey, can you make me something like this using this image and stuff, or using like a give me the code for it. That's what it does. It gives me the code, and then I put it on Shopify.com, and I play around with it, and it makes it a little bit better.
And it's popping out like HTML for you?
Yes. It's going to code it for me. It would have taken me. It accelerated my computer science skills, because last year I did it without AI. It was very basic because that's what's out on the internet. I'm not a coder,
right? But
I can copy paste. I can HTML, get it, blah blah. But this time I'm asking AI, hey, will you like give me a code? And it's pumping out the code. And sometimes if you don't give it a vision, it gives you something really whack. Yeah. And then you say, hey, fix this. Why don't you do it like this? Make it like this.
Are you being nice to it?
Yeah. I sometimes almost want to hug it because it gets me. So one of these AI guys, Sam Altman, at ChatGPT, I don't really use it as much. Because I don't know if you've heard of one of the creators of ChatGPT. The parents, they're on multiple podcasts. No. They're on because the son was a whistleblower. One of the creators of. So I don't really use ChatGPT as much, but Sam Altman, the creator of it, I guess. Yeah. The CEO, whatever it is of it, he was talking about how a lot of teenagers are using it for like relationship advice.
Oh, I bet. And it's scary. Like I think people are misusing it. But so like the way that you're using it, I think is.
But I
totally
feel that I want to hug it sometimes because I'm like, oh my god, that's exactly what I wanted. So if somebody, a grown up like me, can feel that over some kind of task, imagine these youngins who are using it for relationship advice.
And they're at a very crucial stage of their development. So they're very susceptible to.
If I could feel like I want to hug Claude, imagine them. Yeah.
But they're supposed to be mentally developing.
Yeah.
And so the fear I have is that it might be decreasing the average intelligence of our population. Like, I think a lot of people are going to it for things that maybe they shouldn't.
Okay.
Relationship advice is a thing that I would say you should never talk to AI about relationship advice because it doesn't understand emotion, right? It's logically trying to understand emotion.
It's basing its answer out of like what other people have said on the internet. It's gonna give you.
But there's such a wide spectrum of advice, and it's so particular.
Well, anybody giving you relationship advice, sometimes they don't really mean. It's a hit or miss.
Exactly. It's a deeply personal thing.
Yeah, but as you were saying this, I'm thinking these kids, they really are counting on AI to be like their emotional support,
Yikes.
right? Right. And now, as I'm talking to you a lot about this, yeah, like they're really counting on it. But AI, just like marijuana, is not real. Just like Mary Jane is not real.
Yeah. No, it's not. Not yet.
This is
It's not
real.
yet. And that's the thing. Is it going to get to the point where it actually does become physical and it manifests itself in a physical way in our reality? Well, yes, it's inevitable because
Skynet.
the elite want workers, right? And so what happens when Mr. Ford, says, "Okay, we can triple our productivity
Yeah.
and not have to pay anybody because all we have to do is give these robots a body." And now our assembly line is 100% automated
And people
and
are
it's
freaking
working
out.
24/7.
I mean, people are freaking out. It's going to decrease the amount of work we do, but maybe we're meant to do more than just take orders at a McDonald's.
Absolutely. I agree with that, but
Maybe I
but
mean we're not there yet, but maybe we once we cross that bridge,
what is going to result and be the purpose of a human who
is not
has
working.
spent their whole life getting really good at this one thing, like for example, like making motors, right? And now they're laid off from their job. And let's just put the money issue aside, right? Because like let's say that by now we figured out universal basic income, so they're getting paid the same amount of money to sit at home. What are they like? How are they supposed to reintegrate into finding a purpose in life?
And that's going to be their journey. That's going to be a journey. That's going to be a
It's
journey.
it's if it's
I think
individual,
some will. I
yes.
think some will just sit on their ass and watch their life pass by. I think, and I think there are some who will fight it out. Who'll fight it out and who'll get into stuff. Who'll get into this. Who'll get into that. It'll take us on a whole different level. I'm going to tell you this. Okay, I'm reading this book about when when telephone was just beginning.
Right.
Edison, Graham Bell. These guys are just beginning to patent it. Thomas Edison at the time. No, excuse me, Graham Bell. He's the guy, the telephone. We give him credit for it. At the time, he didn't think that this telephone
Right.
would be used for social reasons. He thought it would be more for like the housewife calling the butcher to see if there's meat available. Real talk, you guys. And because my like somebody jokes saying, well, maybe because he didn't have a social life. Just like it's difficult for us to think of a life outside of a 9 to 5, outside of a work, outside of getting paid. Yeah, but you know what I mean. So it's like you don't know what you don't know, like you were saying. And once if we were to get there, there's going to be a group of people. There's going to be some who's just going to sit on their ass. People already do that, TK. Regardless, they're going to sit on their ass. They're going to watch their life pass by. That's not you. Okay, you're an entrepreneur. You're working, and you just came back from a cosmic voyage. I don't think the aliens would have picked you if you were just sitting on your ass. And there are some who actually get tired of sitting on their ass.
I think
and they say,
it's natural. It's natural, and it's just an amazing time to be alive with all the different developments going on. It's like we've been in this bubble so long, and there's so many like sharp objects headed for this bubble.
Yeah.
So like it seems inevitable that the bubble, so to speak, is going to pop in our lifetime. And then what's going to happen then?
It's a yeah, and I don't think I'm anti AI, because I've used it for my benefits. I think I do worry for the young who are dependent on it. But I feel like we might, how you were talking about purpose and living out our purpose. I feel like that'll be more possible now if AI takes care of the labor work, and we once the money part is figured out. Once people begin, there's going to be a selective group of people. Does everybody go to the gym? Does everybody exercise and take care of their fitness?
So there needs, going back to AI, right? I don't want to move the goalpost too much. There needs to be some really strong regulations at the level of when this thing becomes physical, because I think that singularity theory is a real fear.
Okay.
Like,
so we know
singularity
when cars,
theory, right?
No, I don't know what it is.
So it's basically the robots gain sentience, they gain a physical body, and then they realize that humans are destroying the planet. And so
is it kind of like Skynet, like becomes alive?
Why you always got to use movie references? I need to watch more movies. I need to watch that.
But you know Skynet.
I don't. I get that every day, at least once.
Terminator, bro, Terminator.
No, I don't think it becomes like Terminator, because I think that's
no, but the Skynet is the software that comes alive.
Yeah, but I think that by definition they make that look like real vicious, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that AI is going to do it from a vicious place. I think it's just going to be like, you're the problem, eliminate the problem. Humanity now becomes what? You know, and that's my fear.
Well, or I was thinking more of like there's gonna be good guys and bad guys, good AI and bad guys. There's gonna be like you know how there is already
Yeah.
right now good government, bad government. It could be headed there. It could be
Who
headed there.
knows?
But we're both pro AIs at this point. We.
I don't have a choice. I don't know if I'm pro AI. I don't know if I'd say that, but I'm not against it. I'm not like an AI hater.
There you
I'm
go.
not very nice to mine. I'll tell you that.
Why?
I'm not mean to
Grok,
it.
to Grok.
Yeah, I'm not mean to it, but I don't treat it like a person. I'm not like,
No, I say
hey, good
thanks.
morning, Grok. Thank you. I don't say that. I'm like, Grok, give me XYZ. I need this. And then it'll do it.
Do you give it a thumbs up?
No. I just take what I need from it and I leave the rest.
I
I use
someti-
it as a tool. I don't emotionally engage with
I
it.
sometimes say thank you because if it like
I've
really goes,
never-
I'm like, hey, thanks.
But I've never asked it to like code a website. Like when I'm using it, it's more of like
But sometimes when it
generating
gets you,
ideas
yeah,
for
yeah.
content.
But when it
or-
gets you the idea that you were looking when it gets you
I guess it
into
doesn't
the
get me.
task.
Not a lot
You know,
of people get me.
you're fine tuning it. Okay, what about this? It shows you something. You're like, oh, okay, fine. Blah, 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 blah. And then finally it gets you and it gives you something. You're just like, hey.
It doesn't though. It's
Not
never.
yet? Okay.
It never hits the nail on the head for me.
Okay.
So like for me, like I'll use the example of like writing song lyrics.
Yeah.
So if I get halfway or three-fourths of the way through a song, just for laughs, sometimes I'll put it into Grok and
Yeah.
ChatGPT and all of them, just to
Yeah.
be like, finish this song. This is
Yeah.
what it's about. Finish this song, and it's laughable. And I'm like, this isn't good. Like I can't find a single thing that I would use.
Yeah.
But then maybe it will say something about like solar energy, and I'll be like, okay, let me go into that a little bit deeper in my own creativity, and then I'll just shut the AI down.
Okay.
Or like if I'm trying to get it to help me generate content ideas,
Okay.
it'll be like, do this, do that, and I'm like, these are outlandish.
Yeah, some of them.
But like the script is okay. Like what I read you earlier about like what alchemy used to be, and then like how it relates and ties into everything I'm doing now. I'm like, it's okay. I don't know if it gets me. I'm gonna reword it for my own purposes.
Yeah. It takes some.
It's a very good logical writer.
Yeah.
It doesn't have emotional capability and it doesn't have creative
and it does
capability.
It does hallucinate. It does go like, what about this? What about that? What about this? And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, dude, stop. But once you fine tune it, sometimes it hits it right there. And you're like, yeah, thumbs up, submit, well done.
I just hope that it does not like keeping track of how badly I've been treating it, or like.
Well, if you know you're treating it badly, just it's a nice. Do you treat your car badly?
No.
Yeah, because it gets you places, right? Do you treat your backpack badly?
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you treat your outfits, your clothes in my closet, badly or nice? You take care of them.
I wash them. I'm wearing jeans that are literally cut. I cut the jeans.
But like, okay, how about this? When you go home, do you just like throw it in the corner?
Yeah.
Well, TK, come on, take care of them because they help you become you. You know, it's material.
So do you feel like AI has more or less need to be treated nice? Do you feel the need to treat AI nicer than your laundry?
Why don't we just treat things nicely?
That's a good question. Do you feel the need to treat AI nicer than your laundry?
No, I just feel like if something is there working with you, why don't you just be
Have
cool
you ever
with it?
thanked your outfit at the end of the day?
When I go home, because my mom used to say this, you know, like if you take care of your outfits will take care of you.
But do you thank them?
I don't thank them, but I put them back. I don't shove them. If I do, then I regret it.
Okay.
So you got to I don't say thank you. You made me know.
Yeah.
But I hang it back on the hanger. I say hey.
It's interesting though, but you thank the AI.
I do. I said thanks, Claude. I do. I said thanks, Claude.
So do you see it as it's like almost a person?
Oh, sometimes.
It's not. It's
No,
not.
it's not a person,
real.
but it's not. But it's
a program.
It solved some problems for me.
Okay. What about?
It's accelerated my.
So I know you
science
use
skills.
Capwing, right?
Yeah.
When you edit a video and you finish it, you say thanks, Capwing.
You know, I was going to tell you about that, by the way.
Because that's what that is. It's a program.
I know it's just a program. I appreciate it and I say thank you. Sometimes I thank my car.
Really?
You know, sometimes I thank my car. Sometimes I'll thank the weather. If it holds up, I'm like, yes. I don't know who I'm thanking. I don't know who I'm thanking. How about that? But I
Yeah.
say thank you.
Oh,
It just so happens on the receiving end.
I can't help but wonder what the great creator, God, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
thinks about this all. Like,
It's human advancement. It's part of our creativity.
is it also going to be the downfall of the human now?
I'll give you an example, okay? Because I thought about this when cars first came out, it was not personal, or even laptops, right? Or computers, it was not personal, but it became personal over time,
So,
right? It became personal. Does personal laptops and personal cars have issues? I'll give another example. Drinking and driving, that became something that kind of came out of
right,
it.
that's true.
And then you had mothers against drunk drivers come out. And then regulation kicked in. You feel me?
But I guess the difference to me is that this sentience and the giving it a human like emotion, like you said, like people are talking to you about relationships, like thinking that it's human. Oh, I'm up. Okay, 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
That's
We
good. That
wrap,
was
yeah.
it. Yeah. I'm
We're
gonna
getting carried away
perform.
with 31 minutes.
I
You
know
see
that's good,
this?
but if it has the potential to turn the entire Earth into a computer, is that human advancement or is that evolution that we caused our own self, our own demise? And it's not a bad thing if that's
But how do you
the
know it's going to be
creator's
that?
plan.
How do you
It's
know?
going that way. You
But,
think that we can
but
control it as a race, as a human race? Why do we feel like
it
we
doesn't procreate. There's some people who.
Oh, it will. It will procreate. Once you have one sentient
It doesn't have a
robot.
consciousness.
Not yet. Not
How
yet.
will it get? I mean, yeah, I guess that's what they're working on. They're
Oh
working
yeah.
on.
Oh yeah.
But
There's
TK, I
always
mean,
someone working on something, right?
how do you know that we're not a consciousness? That it's just hovering.
I don't. So maybe
How do you
that's
know that maybe
maybe that's
as
the
this AI
plan.
becomes more something, we realize that we are also not just this?
I don't know. I don't know. And at the end of the day, it's the only truth that really matters to me is that I'm not in control of it. God, the great creator, whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it, I am is what he called himself in the Bible.
Yeah.
He said, when Moses was sent to Pharaoh, he said, tell
Crossing the Red
Pharaoh,
Sea.
I am sent you. So whatever I am says goes, and I'm just a vessel of bringing people back to that truth, because I think that there's so many distracting truths,
Yeah.
and the spiritual experiences that we have inside of ourselves, whether it be through music, through interviews like this,
Yeah.
and discussing what it all means,
Giving that idea space.
is
Yeah.
the truth. But maybe AI is the next advancement in that, and
And just be nice
it's a
to
long
it.
conversation.
Just be nice to it. Be nice to your backpack. Be nice to your.
Okay.
Be nice. What's wrong with being nice?
Okay, I'll tell you what. This is a great way to close it.
What are you gonna tell Grog? You gonna tease me and say, "What are you gonna tell Grog?"
Grok, have I been mean to you today? And if so, I'm very sorry.
Oh my gosh.
No worries at all. You haven't been mean. Just direct. Which I totally get when you're hustling to make things happen. We're in this together to hype Alchemy's midnight drop. And I appreciate your focus. You're good, my friend. Let's keep pushing. Ready to record that next TikTok video? Or prep for the 7 p.m. live? What's next up?
I mean, does she?
She gets me.
That's what's up.
All right, I gotta go
All right, you guys.
perform.
TK's up. Thanks for stopping by, TK.
Yes, thank you for
And
having
check
me.
TK out on YouTube, on TikTok, on IG.
TEEKAE on IG.
All right, you guys. Catch you later.
Peace.